Hey, everybody, and welcome to Kame House Party, the world's bestest and only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. And, we're back for another week and another episode of Dragon Ball Z to talk about. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And we are your hosts on this grand adventure that Toriyama started many, many years ago. And we continue the great tradition of watching every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball. But before we continue that hallowed tradition, we must get into some Kame housekeeping. A little preamble, a little pre-show stuff. And the first piece of Kame housekeeping is the world-famous, UN-sanctioned, don't forget, Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup crumpled up piece of paper sound.
We're never going to solve the nuclear problem. We're never going to look, we all know it's the 1930s.
Yes.
We're never going to figure out the nuclear
Seymour, bomb. I don't know why you said it's 1930. We all know it's 1930.
I have to ground myself. There's so many other numbers running around this place.
The only number that you should be caring about is how many kilojoules of power we can extract from this nuclear reactor that the government told us to build.
I don't know, Perry, because the kilojoules is a term we made up an hour ago.
Seymour, I don't need to tell you what we made up because I was there. I said there is a Unitonian constant, and that's not a thing, and they bought it.
Look, the government hired us based on a great resume. And now we have to deliver. Stuff. It's the font immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1930s, they've never heard of it. And seed. I'm so disappointed because
I know.
I think we both found like, oh, that's a very few. All of our bits are dumb. Let me reiterate. But,
True.
And very few bits. I'm like, that's a stage worthy improv scene. The beginnings of.
Oh yeah, dude. I know I've told you this, but I'm going to tell the audience. I've been dying to get back on stage. And I thought about this one evening. I was like, man, if Aaron was here and if we could go on stage, we would call our group Peas in a Pod, and we would only do Peas in a Pod scenes. There would be no conflict other than like whatever we are working through, because that scene encapsulates how we heighten so well. But now that we've talked too much about the art of improvisation, I have to tell you, the listener, that is a improvised scene that we do to loosen or tighten our muscles for whatever the conversation of this episode of Dragon Ball Z will call for throughout the episode. You never want to pull an improv muscle, okay? You don't want to end up like Kyrie Irving with a knee injury, and everybody talking about how the Mavs screwed up and they should never have they should have never let Carl Tart move to LA or something like that.
Yeah. Plus, improv PT is
it's
grueling. Difficult. 30 reps of yes and.
All right, we need you to do 15 by 3, picking up heavy mugs that don't exist.
I need 3 sets of 10 sweeps.
Full speed. Don't dog it.
Yeah.
Scene's gone on way too long. Wrap it up.
Oh no! After recently completing physical therapy, I'm like, no, please. It's just exercise, and I hate it.
All right. Well, we don't want to scar you any further.
Okay, thank you.
Bring up your physical therapy stress disorder. And
yeah. Let's move on. We got to move on.
We gotta move on to the 1 minute roundup proper, where usually it's one of us, Aaron or Vince, has 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. That's like, God, I'm looking at the number now.
Mm-hmm.
Over 191 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, over 153 episodes of Dragon Ball. We eclipsed that number so long ago. You could throw in the movie references or whatever. But this time, and we do that so you, the listener, don't have to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball Z to get caught up to where we are, or listen to every episode of the podcast to know where we are currently, though a lot of you do. And to those folks, I salute you.
Mm-hmm.
A brave soul has saved us from this trial by timer. Aaron, who is the brave soul that sent us an MP3?
This is from Malik, who has written to us before. They sent in a roundup and a few other goodies that we'll reveal later.
Okay.
So the email writes, thought I'd shoot you my 1 minute roundup along with a couple songs for a send-off to this era of Dragon Ball Z. I know I haven't written in a while, but I have been keeping up with the episodes, and I thought I should at least drop by for the ending. Hope you guys enjoyed them. Sincerely, Malik. Malik, thank you so much.
Thank you, Malik.
So this episode, we'll be playing their roundup, and then at the end, and then our usual ending will be replaced by an ending from Malik.
All right.
So you have to listen. Polite society dictates. You listen to all the way to the end. You're locked in
Malik,
now.
Especially Malik. If you don't listen to the end, we've been had.
But yeah, I do not have to do a roundup this time, but you do still have to ask.
Oh, yes. I will ask the question to Malik. Are you ready to round up?
They said yes.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see if I remember this properly. So Goku's a Saiyan who was sent to Earth as a baby, had some awesome adventures as a kid and a teenager, but 5 years later now he's got a son, and he had some awesome adventures too. He went to space, fought a demon clansman, even weird cyborgs, and he also met a time traveler. But now Goku and his friends are in a tournament put on by this bug monster called Cell, created by this guy who worked for the Red Ribbon Army. Alas, Gohan got too cocky, so Cell was gonna blow up the planet, so Goku had to sacrifice himself. But Cell came back because of his regenerative powers. But the recently humbled Gohan has finally destroyed him with a little help from his friends. Even Vegeta pitched in. He picks now to start being a team player. Better late than never, dickweed. Now, the next step is restoring everyone that Cell killed to life. Can they do it? Find out now.
Yes.
Dickweed.
A lot of Vegeta hate on that one.
Hey. Somebody's got to do it. Thank you so much, Malik.
Yeah, thank you
so much. That was great.
And I must comment that MP3 was a minute on the dot.
There we go.
So
if you want to get like Malik, you can send in your 1 minute roundup in the form of an MP3 to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. And you can take all the time you want to record, edit, do your thing. You don't have to do it live to tape. We'll take whatever you got. Mm-hmm. So thank you again, Malik. We salute you for letting us skip this one.
Here's what I will also propose. If your 1 minute roundup is 60, the maximum amount of time I think we can accept is 60 minutes. You won't get an episode. We won't record anything else. You're essentially doing the episode for us, but we will take it.
We will take it. God, do we like to listen to things? And that would be such a huge surprise.
I'm just if you got a spare hour.
Hey, if you got the time, We'll take it.
It has to be. It does still have to be a roundup.
It does have to be a roundup, but you can like really luxuriate in moment to moment.
If you're just read the wiki verbatim. Do what you have to do.
God damn it! Now I want it. Now I want it to happen.
You want to skip a week?
Yeah, I want the listeners to let us skip a week,
please.
But we can't skip this final piece of Kame housekeeping, where I tell you, the listeners, that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the show. I watched the English Funimation dub, aka the funny dub, while Aaron watches the equally funny Japanese original language. We watch these on Crunchyroll, just so you know. They are not a sponsor. I'm staring at them because I know they're watching.
They know.
They know about us.
They're just mad that we share an account.
Yeah. To quote Glorilla, KHP, they know about me.
Mm-hmm.
So the first difference in every episode is the title, and I will give you the English title for this week's episode after I clear my throat. And that episode title is episode 192 of Dragon Ball Z, Goku's Decision.
Mm-hmm. Now that I'm looking at it, I think my title is some sort of response.
Oh.
Or the answer to said title.
Okay.
Because my title for episode 192 of Dragon Ball Z from the original Japanese translated is I'm going to train in the next world. A smile at parting.
Okay. I like it. I like that the localization team was like, no. We got to make it more vague. We got to respond to this. This is a challenge from the Japanese side, from across the pond.
Yeah, the English titles have all been just like, how do we not spoil this?
Right. And boy, oh boy, did this title not spoil anything, along with this episode being so nostalgic. This episode, like, I had some sense memories of watching this in real time.
Oh.
In the late 90s, early 2000s. Just being like, I can't believe. But I won't get into it yet. I won't get into my feelings because I'm a man.
Don't touch the stuff.
Yeah. Tui. Tui. Should we replace that with just say like Haley Welch?
Oh, that person who's still famous?
Yeah. Her 15 minutes of fame kept getting renewed.
Yeah. She's definitely still in the public consciousness.
We've all got Hawk Tua coin. Coin Tua.
I'm never gonna sell.
No. I bought the spit. I mean dip. Enough about that person. We got to talk about this one. And his name is Gohan.
Just exhausted. Happy.
He did it.
He did do it. I have never seen Piccolo happier than staring down at his son.
So proud. Beaming with pride. Piccolo never smiles. I mean, except for when he got that power up and kicked the literal crap out of Cell. But like before that, Piccolo, even when he was as proud as he could be of training baby Gohan, not proud. Now, feels so good. Makes it look easy being green.
We had the gang's all there. Yamcha picks up Gohan, who then passes out. And so I have to say, this whole episode, the theme of it is that Yamcha still fucking sucks.
Oh my god!
And Tien is tired of his shit.
The dynamic duo of Tien and Yamcha is played perfectly in this episode. because oh my god,
Yeah,
because Yamcha is like proud of Gohan. He's like, "Great job, little guy. Don't worry, I'll get you to Kame's place, and then Dende will fix you right up." And Tien's like, "Yamcha, are you sure you can do this? You're pretty banged up yourself." Just undercutting the man. He can't even hold it. An 11-year-old.
I think in mind he's like, forget about Gohan. What about you?
You look awful.
Yeah, you're just haircut, clothes.
Did you get enough sleep last night, Yamcha? Jeez.
Yeah. Just kind of your whole demeanor, honestly.
Man, Tien, you're reading me to filth. Someone must be watching Drag Race.
Me and, look, Chaozu, of course. Huge fan.
That's where Chaozu gets all his makeup tips from.
I'm sure there's I guarantee 100% there's a Dragon Ball drag. A Dragon Ball. Like, it's right there.
There has to be, and I will say this, because I have been dipping in and out of the more recent seasons of Drag Race, because it's great TV. It is some of the best TV. And there have been drag queens that are like, most of my stuff is anime inspired.
Yeah.
So I think there was some Aqua drag from Kingdom Hearts.
Or Kingdom, okay.
And stuff like that. Just like vaguely they're like, oh, I take my silhouettes from anime. I want to look like these things and these characters, and they do a lot of like hairstyling like it. No, Rue has not offered a challenge of like, okay, girls. Today's design challenge is inspired by weeaboos because we have boobs. So, yeah. And then Rue would say, so get your best anime looks ready for the runway. No plot armor here.
And maybe the power of friendship won't be the thing that puts you over the top.
And then like two of the drag queens are just like, yes! Everybody else is like, huh?
Yeah, then they go to their interviews. Never heard of it.
Never touched this stuff.
Yeah. Look, Crunch, it seems obvious. Crunchyroll needs, look, we know you don't like us, Crunchyroll.
But we're going to change that.
But you do need to respond to our emails and calls. And you do need to sponsor an episode of Drag Race.
Yes. Oh my God. Easy money. Easy money. It's not like you don't have Yuri on Ice or anything. That's pretty close. God, Yuri on Ice is a wonderful anime that everybody should watch. Whether you like ice skating or guys loving on each other, just watch it. Just like we gotta watch
for Krillin.
Gotta watch out for our boy Krillin. Thirst levels are off the charts. Because they divvy up, like Tien's like, all right, Yamcha, you take Gohan, I'll grab Trunks, and then we can all head up to the lookout. And Krillin's like, I'll get 18. Unprompted. And everybody like stops and takes a beat. He gets beat red.
Did he give an excuse in yours of why he's? Because think about it. This is a murderous person.
Yep.
That he's trying to heal. In mine, he's like, well, she was a victim of Cell after all.
Hey, they did not change that line.
Okay.
So Krillin with the smiling eyes says the same thing in mine, and everybody's like, I guess you're right.
Piccolo, it will become evident later, but Piccolo is the only one who's just like giving up. He's like, you dog.
My man.
I gotcha.
So Krillin, Yamcha, Tien all take off, and Piccolo's just like, I'll meet you. Go on without me. Because he's looking at Vegeta, who has been Charlie Brown kind of mopey, hanging in the air, just like arms down, looking at the ground. And I think Piccolo is like, so Vegeta, you gonna come with us? Also, that was brave what you did helping Gohan. Vegeta is just like, I don't need anyone's help. Get out of here, Green Man. I always editorialize the Green Man.
It's
so
implied.
Piccolo, like, again, Piccolo's smiling a lot this episode because he kind of knowing grins, knowing looks, takes off, leaving Vegeta there alone with his thoughts, which we can hear.
Yes. I think it's in mind that exchange is a little more subtle where Piccolo's just like, hey, do you need a hand? And Vegeta says no. Piccolo does not like compliment him in any way.
Yeah. They're really setting us up for the eventual like jump 30 years to now where everybody's like, Vegeta's character development is the best thing in anime.
But in the Vegeta thoughts, he's just one, mad at Goku, mad at Gohan because they surpassed him. He's mad that Goku, this is him mourning. He is mad that Goku died.
Mm-hmm.
And then he flies off and says the unthinkable. I won't ever fight again.
Yes. Oh my God. What a reveal. I am no warrior. I will never fight again.
Ooh.
That's how he says it. But like this little like to himself monologue was very, very sad. I took a few notes on this.
Yes.
He has beaten me completely. First by his own actions, then by his sons. How could you die like that? How, Kakarot? You died without fear. What does that make of me? And then, I am no warrior. I will never fight again. He flies off.
Dang.
Right? Very dramatic, very poignant.
I like your version a lot. It does give you a little bit more. Just it's Vince, I need you to imagine this. You have Nick Cannon.
Okay.
We're just gonna pick one of his random sons.
All right. Yeah.
They both are declared the best improvisers in the world.
Oh God, you're making me sick.
By the see? Doesn't it make you want to say I'll never do improv again?
Oh. I'll never yes and again.
It's gonna be no but.
It's gonna be no but for the rest of my life.
It's that's not a apples to apples analogy because Vegeta has a hidden deep down love for Goku and Gohan where you do not.
That's right. I got no love for that man. It's almost as if the more children he has, the less I love him.
It's just, I feel like it's just going to be like, what god ate his kids? And then they like climbed out of his head.
Oh, Kronos.
That was Zeus, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a Zeus situation, right?
Yeah. The Titan Kronos feared the power of his own children, so he swallowed them all.
Yeah.
And then Zeus broke free from his head. And then, yeah. So I can't wait to watch Nick Cannon eat his children live on what's the Masked Singer?
There we go. Oh boy.
Good God.
In between acts.
Ken Jeong is like, it's Mama Cass. Ken, she's been dead for decades.
They still mic Nick. You just hear chewing over like somewhere over the rainbow.
Sung by Jelly Roll.
He's the opossum. So
speaking of other people that we should be loathing.
Oh my God. Yes. It's just regular, non-keyed out humans.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, face down, ass up. Pants are on. Don't worry.
Hey, he's got one leg still on. He's doing the asymmetry Asia Wilson style for my WNBA fans out there.
Satan's the first one to sort of get back up. And then Jimmy is up asking Satan, like, hey, what happened here? Where's Cell? Where's the bento boy?
What if I said I defeated Cell single-handedly?
I don't know. That's right. Of course Mr. Satan defeated Cell. Tell him how you did it.
So I got all tired of them shooting lights at each other, and I said, hey, knock that off. And then I walked right up to Cell, and I gave him a chop. Chop.
One of your patented chops. In another version, you might say, you knocked him out good and hard, which is something you just kept repeating, weirdly.
Yeah. It means the same in my mind. The chop is how I knock out people good and hard.
A parappa the rapper. A kick, a punch.
It's all in the mind.
Yeah, oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
Just
My
when I
leg.
was on his side.
Yeah, just when we thought we could trust him. I also don't know like what happens to Jimmy Firecracker in that moment, because he did not believe Hercule for the longest time. So did they all suffer like a catastrophic brain injury? I wrote in my notes, did they all get CTE and forget what just happened?
I've got part of my cerebellum in my hand, so okay. Also, I smell toast.
I've got gray matter coming out of my ears.
Oh, Hercule, your pants are on fire.
That's part of my ultimate technique.
Pours water, pees his little pants. I took a picture of this, but the pierogi, the other one, pizza, that screenshot of them just like smiling in awe at Hercule will haunt me. I'm going to see that in my dreams tonight.
Especially
nightmares.
Especially with like half the teeth that guy started with.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bunch of sycophantic jerks.
Everyone's very happy to be alive, of course. That's part of it. It's Jimmy, you need the who. You got the who, you got the what, you got the when, where.
Where's
that? And he's like, you checked off all the boxes, Hercule. This is news.
I can only count to 3, Hercule. It works. In mind, he does ask, he's like, so what happened to the other fighters? And Hercule's just like, well, of course, they thanked me and went home. Just like, this guy sucks.
I think, look, Jimmy's acting like the fucking cops. They just need a goddamn confession. They need to bust anyone.
All I need is a scoop. I don't care if it's real or not. Camera guy, shut up. Because then the camera guy announces that, hey, the radio equipment still works in the van. And so Jimmy finally gets his chance to broadcast to the world. Attention, everyone. I have important news. Cell has been defeated by our own hero, Hercule. And, of course, everybody's like, of course, Hercule did it. Yeah.
Hearing them chant Satan is very fun.
I didn't get that. I didn't get. They don't have the courage to chant Satan. I love that we get cuts to our favorite president, dog president.
Oh, what's he saying?
He says in mind, he's like, I don't believe it. It had to be someone else, someone like Goku.
In mind, we're getting into a theocracy because he's just like, God must have heard our prayers and sent down a savior.
Dog President.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing Metro West and the rest of this planet.
A hearty howl to you, my Lord and Savior. Oh.
Spectacles, no testicles. While we watch.
And then we get a cut to Chi-Chi, of course, like furious and crying about how Gohan's not going to get the credit he deserves. So, it sucks. It sucks. But
oh, really? I'm trying to remember. Look, I might have been writing down notes.
It was a very quick aside.
I don't remember. I think she was just happy that Gohan was okay.
So they turned your episode's tears of happiness of Gohan being all right into my boy deserves to be able to put this on his college application.
That's good too. Also, she does that is both in and out of character.
Right?
For Chi-Chi.
Because there's always going to be a part of Chi-Chi that is proud of how strong her boys are, Goku and her son Gohan. Mm-hmm. But she also resents that strength tends to take them away from her whenever she wants them around. So of course she's going to have mixed feelings. And look, between our two episodes, we get both.
Yeah.
Then we go to Otherworld.
Yeah.
Where Goku is, you guessed it, hungry again.
The biggest stomach growl.
Oh, it's a long one.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't end this soon, you'll probably hear something very similar from me.
Goku, the audacity to ask King Kai for food. It's like, there's no place. I don't have a place. You destroyed it.
You destroyed my fridge, Goku. What are you talking about? How would I have anything? We've been here the whole time, floating in nothing.
You don't have any Werther's Originals in your pockets?
Goku, do I look like a 70-year-old man? No.
I won't answer that. Chi-Chi taught me sometimes it's not polite.
By saying that out loud, Goku, I now feel insulted.
Fine, I guess I'll just eat clouds. Editor, reuse that shot from 100 episodes ago.
From 100 episodes ago.
That's
could be bothered to draw new animation.
Like clocked it immediately of like that's a less buff Goku, friend.
It's so nuts that they pulled that off. And then King Kai says in mind, because he always has to have a joke on the end before every cut away from King Kai, he has to have a joke. And he says in mind, I've heard of light tasting food, but this is ridiculous.
It's not
a joke.
I'm laughing at the voice, which is half of comedy. No,
right?
I've heard of a light snack, but this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. Light tasting food. Like, I think they were trying to say like a light food tasting, but again, localization team, you fucked up. Well, okay, so we did like I've heard of a light meal. Like that's a good one. That's a good alt. Do you have another one?
I just don't. I think I feel like there's something cloud and it's like I guess the book wasn't out yet, so you can't do like I guess Goku's looking for a chance of meatballs with those clouds.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah. What about
he's eating all forget Cloud 9. He's eating all the way 10 through 20.
That's it. I was you knew where my head was. I was thinking about how to bring Cloud 9 into it.
Because it has to be Cloud, I think. I don't think light is where the word plays at.
Is there a cotton candy joke in there somewhere? Like, oh, Goku, you couldn't even put it on a stick? Something like that.
I need to start selling these at ball games.
Oh, that's it. That's a really good one. Because that is just probably around the time when like, baseball's always been a big thing in both countries, but I think in the late 90s, early 2000s, boy, did we love our roided up baseball players here in the States. Ken Griffey.
Goku, you're going to have to pee in this cup.
You know who doesn't pee in a cup for all we know? Is Yajirobe and Korin. Korin probably pees in a box.
I'm civilized.
That's what you think.
What do you mean?
I
have a little room with a box. Where do you pee?
You know why we don't have any more sensu beans?
Because all the fighters ate them all. Unless
somebody peed in the jar by accident.
By accident. It would take
the first time, and then the other times it was just too convenient.
The uric acid is terrible for them. Yeah, Yajirobe.
I thought it was like fertilizer.
No. That's poop. Well, where'd you poop? If you didn't poop in the pot.
Centipede jar.
Yeah, he deserves it. Fuck that.
I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Yeah, he's so grumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because of the poop. Who knows? Doesn't want to do game night.
I know. I'm like, it's fun getting into trouble.
You can be the top hat. Come on.
We can play Connect 4 with 3 people.
Look, he beats us in chess.
He does. He's really good.
He's like 6 moves ahead. And then I look in a jar to cheat.
And I pee in a jar because I hate chess.
That's why the future's yellow tinted.
No, I thought, yeah. I thought maybe you'd think you were just looking through, the future is sponsored by Gunner's Shades.
Yeah, Yajirobe, I don't even know what those are, but I'm assuming
they help you drive at night.
Some sort of yellow spectacles on an infomercial.
They're blue light blocking. They make you look cool as hell.
Is that what you have wrapped around the back of your head, Guy Fieri style? He's never going to call you.
No, he will. He will. I know he will. Guy Fieri is real.
We're not a diner. We're not a drive-through. And honestly, we might be getting close to a dive the way you treat everything.
Okay, you found me out. I've been peeing in everything and pooping places I shouldn't. Turn this place into a dive because you won't let me turn it into a diner to summon Guy Fieri.
We won't even. You don't serve anything. You have to have food, Yajirobe, not just eat it.
Oh, I also wanted to get the guy from Bar Rescue to come up here.
Well, I think he gives you some money to fix it up. The show pays you a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, it's your friend. It's these guys.
And scene. These guys do show up. Carrying people in hand. They do a quick stop, like right at Korin's lookout. Yajirobe immediately jumps in like, oh, I would have been there to help out if my plane hadn't broken down. Yeah, that's it. My plane broke down.
No, you wouldn't. Don't pretend. Krillin, he's getting real brave with the woman in his hands. Calling Yajirobe out.
See this, Yajirobe? I got a girlfriend, so you're a piece of shit.
What? How'd you get it? Wait, is that true, guys? Are they dating?
Piccolo's like, hell yeah.
Yes. The biggest wink of your life. Well, if Piccolo said it, I guess it's true. Man. I need to meet Guy Fieri so he can be my wingman.
Oh my God. We can't be the only people talking about Guy Fieri. I hope Guy Fieri, whatever he's doing right now, I hope he's enjoying it. I hope it tastes delicious.
What a gentleman and a scholar, this Guy Fieri.
Yeah. I mean, he spent like his entire career just helping small business owners, which is amazing to think about.
Yeah.
Hundreds of episodes of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and he has saved people's livelihoods, their family restaurants and businesses. Kudos to Guy Fieri.
He's just a nice dude by all accounts. Unapologetically himself. Dende. At this point, Dende's like, all right, he'll go on. And they start to. Dende's very excited to see his friend, but then he has to immediately go into like, oh, I'm sorry, your dad died.
Well, on Namek, it's probably just they deal with death differently. And probably Dende's like, we've already seen him die once. Just want to get it out there so we can move on.
Yeah, just we have things to do. In mine, Gohan is like, don't worry about it because that's true. Gohan has not communicated this yet. He's saying, my dad was there with me the whole time. I could hear his voice. I could sense his ki. I could even smell him.
Oh.
PU.
My dad didn't bathe. But yeah, I forgot that the others were not privy to that kind of psychic connection that Goku and Gohan had that whole time. Because Piccolo, like after hearing all of this, is like not really believing Gohan to the fullest extent. Like kind of, he says, whatever it was, Gohan, you sure made us all proud. You sure have gotten strong, kid. Like kind of like dismissing whatever it was, he like feels like it was just in Gohan's head. It was just whatever push he needed to get the job done.
Interesting.
Almost. Yeah.
I don't think I got that in mine. I think he was mine was definitely more focused on Piccolo being proud of his son and how grown up he is. Essentially saying the same thing, but I think he starts it off with like, regardless of what happened, regardless of how it helped.
Yeah.
And just, look, I don't need to find true love. I need Piccolo to pat me on the head.
Good God.
And tell me how strong I am.
What I wouldn't give.
And what I wouldn't give. To go into a commercial.
Yeah.
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jacqueline.
What do you think the most significant YA book series like the 2000s to the 2010s is?
Oh, definitely The Hunger Games.
No, I mean like
Twilight. That's the best
No,
one.
no. I'm talking about the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan.
I've not heard of those. If I wanted to listen to a funny podcast about those, what would you suggest?
Well, I would recommend Unwise Girls, which you and I host. This is a podcast where we reread, analyze, and frequently joke about the books of the Rick Riordan verse. And we see why people call these the best young adult magical series of the 2000s.
And we always take time to declare which characters are canonically, factually not cishet, because Rick Riordan is not the boss of us.
Listen to Unwise Girls every Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by the Moonshot Network.
We're back from commercial and back on the lookout. As Android 18 wakes up from being healed by Dende. First question, should that work?
It is explained in mine.
Go on.
That they're still human-ish. Their base is a human. They were these cool teens. before Dr.
Right,
Gero
right.
got a hold of him.
Right. So I guess that answers my question because it was not explained in mine. What instead we get is Yamcha almost as far away as he could be, yelling to Dende, "Dende, run away! She'll put a fist through you. Trust me, I know."
Yeah, Yamcha does not trust androids or powerful women. Can't stand this stuff.
Can't stand the stuff.
18 obviously disoriented about what's going on. And then Piccolo coming in. It's like, hey, just so you know, you're safe because of Krillin. He's the one that made sure you were okay after you got spit back up by Cell. Also, I've seen him in gray sweatpants. Good. From my understanding of humans, good stuff.
And then just when you get like the perfect wingman assist from Piccolo, Gohan, and I wrote in my notes, does this very Goku style and says, "Oh, I get it. Krillin has a crush on 18."
Immediately bonked on the head by Krillin.
Yeah.
And Yamcha and Tien also can't believe it.
Just like, bro.
Yamcha I'm just like, Yamcha, are you speciesist? What's going on?
I know. You would think the old Yamcha, it wouldn't have mattered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether you got human guts or robot guts, he's into it, or he was.
Yeah,
but now he's got a moral compass. He's been killed by an android before. Oh,
he has some sort of trauma related to androids.
You're alive. Screw you.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
And then 18. It's not gonna be. As of now, it's not the happy ending Krillin was definitely hoping for.
Right.
In mine, 18 is like, oh, what'd you expect for us to clasp hands and for me to say thank you? Forget it, mister. And then she flies away.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Because her little her aside in mine is, expect me to fall at your feet now? Big strong boy rescues me, so I'm his forever, right? Not that easy. I was wrong about you, Krillin, and then flies away.
Wow.
I was wrong about you, Krillin. So like that last sentence, I was wrong about you, Krillin, confirmed that she also liked Krillin, at least in my version, and that's why she kissed him.
Yeah, this was played completely cold in mine.
Right.
You don't get any sort of, because I remember that happening. And I think I remember, maybe it's later on, but I think it's Piccolo like, hey, don't worry, Krillin. I've got a feeling it'll be okay. But yeah, this very, very harsh in mine.
Yeah.
And then Yamcha does a flip once he's like, he gets so mad at her like saying those things to Krillin and like flying off. He's like, oh, I'm gonna send her flying for that. And then Tien's like, actually, no, you probably can't.
Yeah. This buddy cop film that we're not gonna get of Tien and Yamcha going on adventures.
I need them to share an apartment.
Right? I need a Rush Hour style buddy cop movie. Tien, the baseball player. Or no, Yamcha, the baseball player. Tien, the career detective.
Tien needs Yamcha's baseball expertise to crack this case.
You know what I'm referencing, right? I'm referencing the Owen Wilson, Eddie Murphy hit action spy thriller, Stealth.
Stealth? Not I Spy?
Wait, is that what it's called?
Stealth is about an AI plane, AI stealth bomber.
And that's Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
I Spy. Yes, I
think
Spy.
it
I
is,
think
yeah.
I'm only remembering that the MacGuffin in I Spy is an invisible plane.
Wait, no, it's fucking not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think it came out during my mission. So it's lost to the sands of time for me. It is not. What?
Yes. Yes. It
I
is
get-
about a stealth plane because Owen Wilson is looking for it. He is like the joke of the CIA. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're sending him on this mission just to get him out of our hair." It's more of like a babysitting mission for this famous boxer played by Eddie Murphy. And then Owen Wilson teaches him how to be a spy, and Eddie Murphy teaches him how to have game with women.
Okay.
And they do like the thing where he feeds him lines like towards this femme fatale who is like playing Owen Wilson to get information. And then, yeah, it is all shot in Istanbul, I think.
Not Constantinople.
Not Constantinople. And yeah, they never had to produce a jet because it's invisible. They just kept showing, like, establishing shots of this one bridge.
Can I
And Owen
guess?
Wilson, wow, it's on the bridge.
Can I guess a line from the movie?
Go ahead.
Owen Wilson's. When I'm assuming Eddie Murphy at some point says, "You don't have any game."
Mm-hmm.
I think Owen Wilson's response would be like, "Game? I've got plenty of game. I got oodles of it. They call me Monopoly, the amount of game I have.
I'm oozing game like silly putty.
Yeah. I've had plenty of girlfriend."
See, now you're just talking out your ass. You're booty blinded. That's one of the lines from Eddie
Booty
Murphy.
blinded.
Booty blinded.
I assume those movies are just like white men repeating phrases they haven't heard before.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Wow. Down. I've never heard that used before. Hey, girl, I'm down. He says in Turkey.
A shorty? I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I like my women above average height.
Shh, I'm a tall guy. Hennessy never touched stuff.
All right. So if you email us, we'll do an episode about I Spy.
And then Gohan tries to cheer up poor Krillin, who's just weeping. Because look, it's now. Don't worry about that. It's time to summon the dragon, which does stop Android 18 from flying away. She's very curious about what's going on. And then, rules reminder: we get 2 wishes now, baby. It's not just
2
one.
wishes now. Mr. Popo gives Dende a bunch of props. Oh, Dende, you did such a great job recreating the dragon.
Is that some more muscle tone in those arms?
Oh, Dende, I love what you did with the scales.
Thank you. They're iridescent now. I'm glad someone noticed.
You know who does notice is, I think, Yamcha, who says, I never get tired of seeing this guy. I guess not, Yamcha, because you're always dead.
He kind of similar. I think he's just like, it's always amazing to see which it is. Like, giant dragon appear out of nowhere.
Of course.
Has its own gravity.
Blots out the sun. Sky is dark. And yeah, we get the 2 wishes. Yamcha, I don't know how he got the spokesperson job, but he's like, hey, for our first wish, we want to wish everyone that Cell killed back to life. Then we get a quick cut to the ticker tape parade that has been done in the rubble of the city. And people are cheering on Hercule as the hero who saved Earth.
They organized
Camera
it
guy.
so quick.
Camera guy's like, you're going to want to say this. And Jimmy Firecracker goes, attention, ladies and gentlemen. It appears that everybody that Cell has killed has woken up again and is back to life. Like, what?
It's so okay. A few things, but we'll finish this scene up. It immediately some guy in the crowd was like, "Yeah, that's thanks to Satan." Yeah,
yeah. Satan did it. Satan brought everybody back to life.
Yeah. in Hercule, he doesn't correct. He's like, "Yeah, I did it." It's nuts. No one. You're telling me no one remembers a decade ago when this exact situation happened?
Yeah. No. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with humanity. And I think this is where humanity ceases to become a character in Dragon Ball. To where I was like, I'm writing these to be the dumbest people ever.
If you can't control ki, you get out of here. Not interested.
You might as well be zombies, which everyone is.
Here's what I'm curious about. I'm curious about the Hercule truthers out there. I want to see the YouTube videos that are like 2 hours long discussing how there's no way Hercule's not strong enough to melt Cell.
Hercule couldn't even, they're like cutting to Hercule punching the buses. Hercule couldn't even punch a hole in 2 buses.
Yeah, here's what happened in the desert during the Cell games. Cut to like the giant crater. They're showing the math up there. Say, this guy sucks. I hate him.
He sucks.
Right now, he sucks.
And then for their second wish, they're like, oh, we wanna wish Goku back. And then Piccolo says, but this dragon was built on the template of the old one. So Shenron probably can't wish him back to life because he's already been, revived once. And I wrote in my notes, Dende should have used the new software. Should have never updated the firmware, Dende, you dummy. Jailbreak this Shenron.
Yeah, hack Shenron.
Hack Shenron, and then you can, load Linux and then do whatever you want.
Shenron needs mods.
Oh, Shenron needs mods like Mars needs moms.
They gave Shenron jiggle physics. You know what? Don't hate it.
High texture pack downloaded.
That's too many outfits.
CJ from San Andreas.
Why am I Thomas the Tank Engine? Right before this, I did see a video where someone took Spider-Man 2, and it was CJ and
Big Smoke.
Yeah, from
from San Andreas.
Yes.
Are like, how sometimes people get into like, oh, what are the most recognizable characters in like fiction? And it's usually like, oh, well, of course, like Goku, Piccolo, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Jesus Christ.
Some might argue that Santa Claus is the most famous. I think they're wrong, but go on.
I agree, because the most famous is Kwanzaa Pot. Everybody knows that. But I think in the digital age, CJ from San Andreas is in everything. Any modded video game, people are like, we put the character, we did it. We put CJ in this game.
We didn't add more polygons. It's the same model from 2002.
Like if Rockstar was brave enough to make San Andreas 2, it would be polygonal like PlayStation 2 graphics the whole time. They could not make a hyper realistic CJ. The world will not accept it.
No, thank you. So they're all trying to get Goku back when Goku's like, Shenron confirms. Can't do it, guys. Dende's bright idea is to go all the way to Namek. I start panicking. I'm like, are we going to go? No, we can't do it again.
My heart can't take it.
And then Goku thankfully chimes in from Otherworld.
Hey, don't I get a say in all this?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah. He comes in hot.
The gist of mine is he's like, don't bring me back to life. Bulma said one thing one time where I'm just a magnet for bad guys. And I think she's kind of right. So I'm going to stay here in the next world. So it can be kind of peaceful for a while. Also, there's some old guys I can fight here too. So I'm excited for that. They're letting me keep my body because of how cool I am. King Kai did not want to be brought back to life so he could hang out with me. / I forced him. What about Bubbles and Gregory? They have halos still?
I think so.
Okay.
Bubbles is like, I'm going to stay dead. I don't need to be alive.
Yeah. It's like, look, I owe a lot of people money. If I'm dead, debt's clear.
One of those people, CJ from San Andreas. The only difference in mine, I think, is just like an interesting realization that Goku has. He says, I was sent to Earth to destroy it. And despite my best efforts, I've been doing that all along. So he recognizes like manifest destiny. Like he's a destroyer. He always will be, even if he's destroying on the side of good. And then he simply says, I guess you'll have to find something else to wish for. Bye.
He's a little nicer. I don't know if this is nice. So his last line is like, hey, once you're dead, I'll see you again.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He says like, oh, guys, make sure you take good notes on everything you do in life so we can talk about it when you die or when I see you again.
Good notes.
Goku, you don't know how to take notes.
Yeah. Gohan was doing it one time.
He's like, just have Gohan write your whole life story, guys. Mm-hmm. He's good at it. There's side chatter in mine where Goku's talking about Bulma. Again, Yamcha to himself going, that Bulma's always saying too much. Essentially blaming his ex for why his friend doesn't want to be brought back to life. It's all that woman's fault.
I have no other motive.
She just doesn't want me to be happy.
Mm-hmm. First she takes her away. Then she takes Goku, my best friend who I hang out with all the time.
And then another woman makes Krillin cry. No way. Ugh. I'm going to start a movement.
Maybe I should start some sort of podcast. And I know a guy who makes supplements. Maybe I can sell them.
Tien's third eye rolls so hard.
I won't be a guest.
So after realizing that Goku won't be coming back, everybody kind of has their own, like, I remember when Goku was so cool and nice, and even in this, even say goodbye, I'm not sad because Goku probably said it with a smile. I could feel it. And then we just get flashbacks to all their adventures together and everybody remembering the nice things that Goku did for them, like saving their life. Piccolo is like, even when I wanted to kill him, he gave me a senzu bean. He's always looking out for the best in everyone. And then Gohan is like, I remember when my dad saved us from Frieza, and I just remember him walking away. I was like, that is very, very sad for a child to remember the back of their father's head.
Yeah. Even in this context, it is just like, Goku always showed up to make sure I was okay, but then quickly left.
Exactly. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to kind of watch this again, and feeling the feelings of like finality and being very sad that this is like, when I was a kid, especially remembering like that feeling of like it's over and Goku's not even going to be around anymore. Like what? Why? I love Goku. Goku's the best. And like coming to that realization of like, hey, little Vince, this is a lesson in responsibility and doing things that you might not want to do, but you have to for the people that you love. Self-sacrifice, the true way of the hero, right? And Goku typifies that, and he's a paragon of that virtue. Did it? He did it so hard he made Vegeta not want to fight ever again. Like, it's nuts the impact that Goku has had, I think, throughout like the history of pop culture. To finally having balloons, 2 different balloons now in his honor at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Like that would have been like crazy to think about like 20 years ago. And not only has he done it, he's done it Super Saiyan God form and in base form. It's nuts.
It's a nice little send-off that is enhanced by a great joke. You even get the announcer sort of putting a nice little bow at the end, and then as Shenron interrupts, going, I'm still waiting on thou to make your second wish. I was waiting all this time.
Giant sweat bead. Man.
They're just reminiscing and not.
What a bunch of chumps.
It has to be. Is it just painful for Shenron to be? I feel like we've had this conversation, but it seems like he's like, I have places to be.
Yeah. I need my essence out of this reality because it sucks here.
I guess if you only had to work one day, let alone like 5 minutes a year, you would want to rush through that as well.
Yeah. It's not like Aladdin's genie who was like, I love people. Shenron's like, no, I don't love anybody.
I just
no.
I was halfway through a puzzle. my lemon zinger tea is getting cold.
I'm finally watching One Piece, guys. Hurry up. But that's the end of the episode.
That's it. Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking about a puzzle, an anime, and tea. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Let's have 6 more weeks of winter, huh?
No. But we can have one more. How about one more email?
You got it.
All right. So this is from Zoo, who has written into us before. They write, the title of the email is Dragon Ball Evolution. They write, hey guys, so I am currently listening to your guys' close, the 5-year special DBE Dragon Ball Evolution watch along. You guys were speculating and giving the Piccolo actor some shit, saying maybe he was why Piccolo sucked. But actually, he was a massive Dragon Ball fan and watched it with his son regularly. He heard the movie was being made and signed up for it without reading the script. It was played by James Masters, who had years of makeup and other experience during his time as Spike on Buffy. Fun fact, Piccolo was almost gray, but he fought with them again and again to get Piccolo to be green. Additionally, from the moment he saw the script in his first day on set, he knew the movie was going to be terrible, but he signed the contract and wanted to try to help save it. I'll catch up one day, damn it. Because you're a few years behind. I'm sorry you won't be able to hear this.
I know. But imagine when Zoo finally gets here.
That's good to know. Good for him.
Yeah.
You should read a script. You know what? I'm not gonna. Why put up airs if someone's like, "Hey, there's a Dragon Ball movie and do you want to audition?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care.
Absolutely.
Let's go." Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I'll do it.
Look, you need a farmer to get shot in the first minute.
Oh my God. What I wouldn't do to see you in that role. That'd be so sick.
Yeah. It's some kind of alien. Better shoot it.
Yes. Sold.
And then my death scene.
Take that, executives trying to reboot Dragon Ball Evolution.
Look, Amazon's just going to buy it. They're going to put it next to James Bond.
That's right.
We're going to
put it in their IP war chest.
We're gonna reach movie/TV show Fortnite at some point.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
It's just gonna be all fan fiction.
Oh, better invest in fanfiction.com now before venture capitalists do.
But Zoo, thank you so much for the email. We're excited for you to hear that in a few years. But that's the end of the show.
It's the end of the show, and you can write in. Just like Malik, just like Zoo, send us an email about your thoughts and things about Dragon Ball. We'll take it all over at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. If you want to support us monetarily, we have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/kamehouseparty. $3 a month gets you access to a year's worth of bonus content as well as regular updates to the show and any bonus content that we come up with and put on there. We are sponsored by Tokyo Treat Company. If you got a hankering for some Japanese snacks, Tokyo Treat is where you should go. Tell them Kame House Party sent you by going to team.tokyotreat.com/KAME. Use KAME at checkout to get $5 off your first Japanese snack subscription box. Over 20 delicious snacks. And it's Sakura season. So bring spring in a little bit early, right to your door. Anything else we need to
we are part of the Moonshot Network, a lovely podcast network of podcasts. If you like our show, go over there, find something else to listen to. And then I guess we're streamers, perhaps.
Yeah, we stream every Wednesday over on twitch.tv/KameHouseParty, where we will be continuing to get to the final get through the final chapter of It Takes Two. That's right. The people that made Split Fiction made a game before that, and it's also good. Mm-hmm. So we've been having a great time playing, and we're sure that you will have a great time watching us play. Aaron, you're going to be at a film festival soon, are you not?
I am. If you are in the Cincinnati, Ohio area on a certain date, which I definitely know, and I'm going to find it out right now. So if you are if you like horror movies, you can go to Horror Hound. The weekend of March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. It's a convention, but they also have a film festival, which a film I made will be in there. You can watch that. Come watch that Saturday morning. Just Horror Hound weekend, Cincinnati, Ohio, March 22nd.
There you go, March 22nd, Cincinnati, Ohio. Go support our boy.
I think I promised this in an earlier episode. If you find me and tell me that I know you from Kame House Party, I will buy you lunch.
Oh my goodness.
Because I don't think it'll happen. But if it does, that's the least I can at least buy you a convention hamburger.
That's right. Make Aaron go broke. Buy all the convention hamburgers.
It's $20.
You're going to regret this, I swear.
I'll put a cap. I'll do a cap of 30.
Okay,
You're
you got
it. You're a fan. I'll treat you good.
He'll treat you right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like Dragon Ball has treated us right so far, and it's crazy that we're finally finishing the Cell Saga 192 episodes in. Aaron, thank you for going on this journey with me. Listeners, thank you for doing that as well. And we wrap this up the only way we know how. So whether you are a little shrimpy who's a little simpy, or you're a green man who does what a green man can, you gotta keep fighting God.
The time is fulfilling. Oh Messiah, oh Messiah. Udalia vele, Udalia vele, Udalia vele, Udalia Ialia, oh with a cold laugh. The evil spirit now draws near. Oh, it appears before me, and with it comes a wave of fear. I won't give in to you, I'll make my stand, answer the call. Make my own destiny, I will surpass the unsurpassable wall. And bring you down, whoa, whoa, without a doubt. I will not run away, I'll bring my strength out, whoa, whoa. And by my clenched fist, the darkness will cease to exist. Oh, and the cold smile of the devil's all I can see. Oh, my righteous spirit will burn twice as hot within me. I won't abide a world where love is erased by your hate. I'll stop you here and now. You won't be the one to decide our fate. I'll decide yours, whoa, whoa. This is the end. You've made your last mistake and now I ascend, whoa, whoa. And your cruel laughter will now be silenced hereafter. Gohan, it is not a sin to fight for the right cause. Protect the nature, the animals, all that I love. Please, stop holding back. Fly from your cage. Right. You think that you have won when you see these tears that I cry. But I've surpassed the wall, and I swear this will be the day that you die. I'll bring you down, whoa, whoa, without a doubt. I will not run away, I'll bring my strength out, whoa, whoa. And by my clenched fist, the darkness will cease to exist. Oh, this is the end. You've made your last mistake, and now I ascend. Whoa, whoa, now I begin to see. This is my day of destiny. Strength! I am Perfect Saiyan!